A mentor of mine told me long ago, no one's going to buy from you unless they like, love, and trust you. And I know you've probably heard that term or that saying before. And so this video view campaign is going to really kind of let their guard down, any barriers that they have. We're going to break those down little by little. And the way that we're going to do it is we're going to create 7 content-driven videos that are a minute long. Okay.
I can't believe you're giving this for free. I almost feel like blacking out your screen, but it's okay. If they want the full help, they can hire us. Brandon, you're so valuable. So I'm going to do translation really quick though, before we keep going. Everybody put in the comments video view, because one thing is interaction will help them understand this more. So even if they don't know right now, because maybe they haven't been behind the scenes on the ads, they could then go and play in their ads thing. Obviously, you guys can hire us. We're going to tell you that at the end, but we're going to train you. So VV stands for video views. So put that in the comments or the chat box so you know that. And then Brandon is saying that's 7X. We point to the 7X, please, Brandon. You're saying that the 7X, you're about to break this down for them, is 7 kinds of value-driven content that we're not even going to ask for them to click on anything. So go ahead and continue. I just want to make sure everybody's engaged and break this down for them, because not everybody's even been behind the scenes on Facebook ads.
Sure. And I wanted to mention real quick. So a lot of people who have that they go online, so Facebook will recognize them as a business, as a creator, and they're going to offer you the option to boost a post. And the way that I kind of explain it is there's actually 2 tiers to running ads. You have boosted posts, but then you have one through the Meta Business account that you have to create. Once you create that, there's a couple of things that you're going to need to give Facebook in order for you to have better success with it. Yeah. And so, by the way, if I'm talking too fast, because I do this day in and day out.
You're fine, Brandon. Okay. And also, I just want to say something. So the 2 tiers, I wonder if I could annotate this at the same time. I think only you can, but let me see if I can. The 2 tiers, if you can stop sharing the screen, let's talk to them about that so they're not distracted by this. And let's talk about the 2 tiers.
So I pause share. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So let's back it up a little so they can understand this. There's 2 tiers. I'm going to do a whiteboard and share this, and you tell me. So there's 2 tiers. What are they for Facebook?
So you have boosted posts.
Okay.
And then
you guys have probably all seen this, but in the comments, if you've seen the whole boosted post thing, and you can see the whiteboard, right?
Yes.
Okay. And the second tier is?
Yeah. And so actually with the boosted post, you might put business page on that.
Yeah. So just so everybody knows, there's a difference between your business profile and your business page. Okay. Your profile is the thing you probably saw this on. It's being streamed through my profile into my Facebook group. So there's profiles, there's pages. This is the one. You got to open a business page, and there's groups, and they're all different, and they are different. So this is personal. You can still make it public, but pages are like Instagram, TikTok, it's public and people follow you. Go ahead.
And then in the next tier, we have the Meta Business Suite, or just Meta Business.
Yep. Okay.
This is where the money is made. And so this is where you're going to run ads. And so you have Ads Manager here, and this you run ads from. This is where you're going to post your videos. And the cool thing about this is they're both integrated into each other, meaning this page is also integrated into your Meta Business Suite. Okay. And so with that being said, can I share my screen again real quick?
Absolutely. Yep.
I'll get lost if I don't.
No, go ahead and share. I just wanted them to know the difference, because that infographics really talking about over there. So we're just kind of trying to be those people that give them each step of the way.
Yes. And so I want us to, everything you see here is inside of what's called the Ads Manager account.
Okay. The Meta one.
The Meta one. The business, not your business page. We're not boosting posts. Okay. So boosted post is something different. And the way that I try to explain it to people is Facebook wants your money, right? Yeah. And they know that a majority of people are not as serious about this. And so they're going to try to get $5, $10, $15 from you. Yeah. You're just not going to see the same results as if you were using the Meta Business Suite.
So to recap that before you go on in here, we want to be clear that we're not promoting boosted posts. What we're telling you to do is you need a Meta Business Suite account. And now go ahead. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah. And, I know this infographic or whatever kind of looks like a jumbled mess, but just know this: in Meta Business Suite, you're able to kind of categorize your list. You can put this list that you see here inside of Facebook, and you can actually create an avatar of lookalikes based off of your list. I don't know if you've ever seen the image where it looks like veins in a body. There's just so many different data points that that Facebook has on you personally. Your buying habits, what you like, Facebook knows all that. Now, while we can't see individual people, we can see groups of people. So that's very important. And the cool thing about lookalikes is you can basically send an ad, and in this instance, we're talking about a video view ad. You can send it to 1 million people, right? And think of that for a second. 1 million people you have at your fingertips now. And also paying pennies on the dollar for this. And we're talking about a lot of money at all. I mean,
how much can we stop there real quick just to say, like, so they understand this? I'm going to back it up. So your list, so everybody can put in the comments if you have a list. And if you care to share, let us know how big your list is. So let's say your list is around like 10,000 or more, or even let's say he's saying it's 500. So let's say you have a list of, we'll say it's 1,000 to put us at an easy math for Tiana. So let's say your email list is 1,000. Let's say it's in ConvertKit. Okay. So what you would do is you'd export the CSV file. You're going to import it into Facebook. And then what Facebook does is it's tracking all of us. Everybody knows that. When you talk about something and then you see an ad that comes up for it on Pinterest or on Facebook or on Google, they're listening. It's okay. As marketers, we get to benefit from that, right, Brandon? So he's saying that Facebook has the capability to take that list of 1,000, take all these points, like where are they shopping? Where are they hanging out? People that look like the 1,000, and then exponentially increase it to 1 million people you can reach. And then he's drawing this line. Can you use your mouse, or if you can see my mouse, you're drawing this line between the avatar lookalikes to a video view campaign. And what we're doing is, if you're not asking for a conversion, he's saying it's low cost. So let's tell them about what are the low cost, like the videos that we've used for this. Tell them how kind of the conversion we've gotten on that, Brandon.
Yeah, I want to actually mention really quick. So Facebook loves when you stay on Facebook. Okay. And so what does that mean? So you actually pay more. So when we start to do a conversion campaign, Facebook is going to say, okay, well, the price point is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be a little bit more because you're taking them off of Facebook, right? And so Facebook wants you to stay where you're at. That's another reason that we don't want to take them away from Facebook yet.
And what is a CTA? I mean, like not everybody knows these acronyms. So will you explain what you mean by that?
Yes. So CTA is a call to action. So, for instance, and the way that it's explained to me is like, if you see a vacuum salesman on the side of the road and you're walking, on the sidewalk, and he says, "Hey, buy my vacuum." Well, you're not going to buy his vacuum because you don't even know the guy, right? And so, but what if you developed a relationship with this guy before he even, tried to sell you the vacuum? Well, you're going to be more likely to buy that thing, whatever the case is, if you like, love, and trust him. That's the key focus here, is you want to be able to show your face to as many people as you can, as many times as you can. And the magic number here that I've kind of found is at least 7 times. All right. Yeah. 7 different quality driven videos of good content. And that's going to let people's guard down. It's going to let their guard down. It's going to want them to buy from you.
So I'm going to break it down even simpler, because I want to help people really get it. What we're telling you guys to do is a little opposite of other people. We're saying the first 7 times we want people to see us online, We are not asking for them to join the email list or to buy from us. That's the CTA, the call to action. We're saying, hey, we're going to give you 7 videos or posts that we're just giving you really good information in our niche, and we're not even going to ask anything from you.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's very important. And so I'm going to break this down a little bit further. So this content, what we're going to do is we're going to show our face to people at least 7 times with different videos. And guess what? Facebook is going to collect the data here. Collect this data. And then what's cool about this is on the Meta Business side, you can actually go in there and see how many times or how long people watched a certain video. You can, and they break it down like this. They have 3-second video views. They have, I believe, a through play, which is 15 seconds. And then they can also do a percentage. They watched it for 10% of the time, 15%, 30%. Does that make sense?
Okay. I mean, so what you're saying is that when people, so you're running ads to a video, and when you're checking the ads stats, Facebook is letting you know how many people watched 5 seconds, how many people watched 10 seconds, how many people watched the whole video.
Yeah.
So that's the data. Okay. Does everybody get that? So everybody put in the comments if you're getting this data, DATA. Okay. So essentially, and why is that important? Will you explain why that's important?
Explain why. What's important? I missed that.
Why like the data is important for you doing ads?
The data is so important is because you can actually strengthen your avatar here. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to figure out who is going to buy from you before we actually have our ask.
Okay.
We can actually take these data points and create other lookalikes based off of people who have watched your videos, right?
Okay.
Does that make sense?
I'm gonna break it down.
Yeah.
To help people, because you're the scientist, and I'm like, please explain it to me, scientist Brandon, genius man. Okay, so what we're saying is, can I share my screen? Keep your stuff open, and let's show them what this looks like. Put a number 3 in the comments if you guys want to see some of the videos we're talking about. So this makes sense. I'm going to open my Instagram. We're not going to do the whole behind the scenes on the Facebook ads. That's like really private information. But what we can do is show you the front end of what this looks like. Okay. So I'm going to come over here to Instagram. And just a side note, one way we do help decide, hey, what videos are we going to advertise is we look at the insights, like on Facebook and on Instagram, which videos are we seeing? So when we do ads to Facebook and to Instagram. So let me find one of our videos that did really well on the video views. Wasn't there one that was like a white one where I'm like walking outside? I know this one did well. I think that was like behind the scenes. Was this one of them with the purple dress?
I think it might have been.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this one's called Get Extreme About Protecting Your Vibe Online. So what we're trying to share with you is Brandon put this into our Facebook Meta like ads account. And what he did was he uploaded my email list from ConvertKit, and then he created a lookalike audience. And all we're doing is then he got points from Facebook saying people watch this video for 15 seconds. And how much, like, will you explain it from here? Am I doing that correctly, explaining this to them? I want them to see the front end of what we're actually doing.
Yeah. And you kind of have to look at this way. When you're scrolling on Facebook or Instagram, you are not interested at all. You're scrolling right past that one, I think.
This was one of our top ones ever, which was just a random video, friends, that I made just talking about, it was actually a call to action. This was a call to action one. We didn't put any buttons, but it was a video that I talked about, like, you say you want to grow your business, but are you willing to really do what it takes? And it was a pretty direct video. And I think this we've run maybe 12 videos, and this was the number one.
Yeah, no, that's really good. And what did you want me to explain again?
I kind of wanted you to explain, like, now that they see, like, these are the videos, the touch points of the analytics, like, why is it so important that people can understand the analytics of why they're watching and what that tells you as a marketing expert about the brand.
Yeah, I'll actually back up a little bit,
Yeah.
because when you're scrolling through your phone, right, on Facebook or Instagram or wherever, if you're not interested at all, you're not going to watch the video at all, right?
Right.
So there's actually value points if you watch the video for 3 seconds, for 10 seconds,
Okay.
a certain percentage of time. And what's cool about, I think on our later videos without the CTA, we were getting like, they were watching the entire thing.
They were. I think it
Even
was
though,
like 70. It was like a super high percentage because we had a 75% and 90% stats of the people that actually watched the whole thing. It was really high.
was super high. Some of the highest I've seen. And it's really interesting because you can now take the 75% and lump them into their own avatar.
Okay, so this is the part I think that we need to make a drawing. And I know you have your drawing, but let's do a really basic Tiana's terrible drawing technique. Okay, so I'm going to clear this one. So what you're saying is that there's video views, right? So there's that video view, VV. And this is the original video, like the one we just shared, okay? So you're saying there's a 3-second. What's the other ones?
There's 3 seconds, there's 10 seconds, there's through play, which is 15. And then they go by percentages at this point.
Okay. So you said there's this, let's say, then you said there's a grouping of percentages. What does that mean? Like this 75% thing?
Say that again.
You said there was like, if let's say this 75%, you said you can make a new grouping.
Yeah, you can with every single one of those, or you can group them all together.
Okay. So for example, you can do this.
Yep.
Okay. And what would we do with that new grouping?
We show them another video.
Okay. So to that new grouping, I'm going to draw another block. We're going to show them another video because these people, what he's saying is we're interested, all these people in my original video. So rather than show a second video, this is a second video.
Yeah.
To cold traffic. Instead, the funnel in this case is video views. So let's say this went to like 1 million people, like let's just make some numbers up. Let's say then that this is 750K. So we're going to show them that. And then if they then do this grouping again, it's a repetitive thing where we would then, okay, now we're going to show that grouping, this other third video. Is that what we're saying here?
And think about this. Think of how much they would trust you if they're going through this funnel the entire way, right?
4,
and
5. Yep, keep going. I'm drawing while you're talking to help.
Like you can go through 10 videos if you wanted to.
Right.
The point here is, there's something to say about the numbers, right?
Yeah.
And so more and more videos that we're showing without any CTA is going to be your best bet. And so that's, the magic number to me is 7 or more, I should say.
7 or more videos. And the concept behind this is a go-giver approach. I've talked about this in marketing for years, which without doing the ads, it was already this. It's give the value without asking for anything. It's very much like if anybody wants to talk about psychology for a moment, we all know that we want to be loved, right? But do you want someone loving you with strings attached?
Yeah.
Right? Because the psychology of that is this. Like if we break this down to human nature, so we all know that, like, I compare it to this, Brandon, like you talked about the salesman. Well, let's say we do go in a store, right? Do we want somebody, there's 2 approaches. There's actually 3. Okay. One is you walk in the store, you're totally ignored. And even if you really love the stuff in there, they're like talking to other people. They're not helping you. You can't even get the lock. Are we usually just going to leave? You got ignored. Yeah. Right. Because I'm like, this is so annoying and it's disrespectful. It makes you feel not seen, not heard, not valued. You had money in your pocket. They ignored you. I want everybody to put a 1 in the comments if you've ever had that experience. I have. Brandon, have you had that happen? I've had that happen. Okay. The second approach is almost the opposite. You walk in, this person comes up to you and they just like kind of won't leave you alone. Okay, well, there's this and there's that sales thing. Hey, and you're like, it's good. I'm just looking around. Thank you so much. And they just keep coming up to you. I also want to leave the store at that point, right? The third approach is the magic approach. And I believe it's the approach we're trying to do here.
Sure.
They come in the store. So they're like, they press play on the video. And what you're doing essentially is in the store. And it's like, hey, I'm Tiana. You introduce yourself. Here's where our sale rack's at. We actually have some free cookies and water right here over in the back. And if you need anything, I'm right there. Is there anything you need help with? And when I say, you know what, thank you so much. No, I'm just looking. They're like, okay, I'm right over there. Let me know if you need anything. They've addressed it. They've let you know where things are at, and they leave you alone if you want to be left alone, but they're there for you if you want them to be there for you. And to me, that's the perfect psychology for online marketing. And for this, it's like, you introduce yourself, you let it be known what you offer, and you let them browse.
Yeah, and then there's something else to this, and I'm going to just use nice round numbers here. So let's say they've seen 10 videos, right? Okay. In your funnel. What you're doing with the retargeting campaign is you're not trying to convert them to a sale just yet. Yeah. You're doing a soft sell, right? Okay. So, hey, join my Facebook group. Hey, would you like a free audit
the
of
call to action is free. It's a soft sell, but you are still asking them to take action, but it's not to buy something.
Yes. You're just dipping your toe in. They trust you, but you're still just kind of dipping your toe in. Right. Yeah. So realistically, the way that you want this to work is your soft sell is all on Facebook, right? Mm-hmm. Your harder sell is going to be through your email campaigns. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, did I lose you? Oh, okay.
No, I see you.
Mm-hmm. So it's going to be through your email campaigns. Those are your harder sells, right? Mm-hmm. That's when you're asking them for money at that point.
Okay.
And so you have basically a couple tiers here. You're showing them a video. Showing them 10 videos. You're doing that soft sell. Showing them to your Facebook group, a free audit, whatever the case is. Free is a big word, right? And so that's what we want to offer to them.
Yeah.
Then when they're in your funnel, they're in your group or you're talking with them frequently. That's when you can, ask them for something bigger. Right.
And they might come to you, right? Because it's back to the approach of if they trust you, like the third option of the store, then like I might feel comfortable enough, like, hey, could you grab me that other size? But if that person ignored me or was too pushy, I probably didn't even make it in there. And I definitely, if I went in there because I really wanted something, I'm not asking for their help. Whereas this way, they're like, they're like, actually, I'd be interested in that free biz audit. Actually, I'm interested. What's that paid offer you just posted about? Like you're essentially advertising, but you're not directing it. And they're like, oh, I see what you do. Could you tell me more about that?
And another thing that I just thought of is, back kind of to the beginning, agencies are going against billion-dollar industries.
Yes.
With like Coca-Cola, Nike, right? They're spending billions of dollars on marketing. Yep. And so people are automatically have a wall up.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so if you're not into that brand, you have that wall up. And so the problem with what a lot of people do is they're trying to break that wall down immediately with an ask, right? Yeah. And you're not going to get anywhere. It's like talking to a wall almost. So in order to break that wall down, you start getting content, and think of like one piece of content as, you with a hammer breaking down some of those bricks, right?
Yeah.
So brick by brick, you're breaking down this guard that they have up.
Yeah.
And that's where you can, they want to see you as a person, right? They don't see you as a person when you first start out, but 10 videos later,
they do.
The person's just like me, right?
That's right.
So that's
that's a good point. That let's talk about, and look, we're gonna opening the floor now. It's 12:30. We have about 20 minutes left. We can take questions. So any of you who are live on our Zoom, or if you want to get live on the Zoom, if you want to be on camera or talk and ask questions, either fill in the Q&A over here if you have a question of what it is, or let us know if you want to be on camera. You can say on camera, we're going to move you to camera because we think it's fun to engage, to share a screen. I want to talk about the content behind the ad, because we were talking about that. And I think that is why I've had such good engagement, is I'm not just selling on my videos, I'm giving content. So like, I think people need to understand what kind of content. So I'm actually going to share my screen and then you bring that up, but can you tell them the kinds of video views? Weren't we getting, it was like 0.04 cents. It was like crazy.
0.004 cents.
Did you guys hear that? 0.004 for a video view. Do you understand? That means that that person who didn't know my face or know who I was, I'm not even paying a penny. I'm not even paying like a tenth of a penny to get them. Do you understand how crazy radical important that is? Imagine going to a business networking event where there's 1 million people. First of all, that's impossible. But let's say there's 100 people at a Chamber of Commerce event. Just by you showing up there, 100 people might not even see your face, and you'd have to work the whole crowd, and you're not going to get the opportunity to probably share your biz tip of the day. But on the internet, we have this capability for, I don't have to go out of my home. We can post this video, do an ad, and now all these people for less than 1 penny are seeing your face. And that's the first step to people knowing and trusting you, is seeing your face, because as coaches and course creators, your face is your brand. Your logo matters, but your face is your brand. I want everyone to type that in the comments. My face is my brand. My face is my brand. So if you went to this Chamber of Commerce, the cap is 100 people, and you're going to have to go there. You're going to have to go connect. And it's not bad to do in person, but you need to understand you can be seen by millions for so fast. And if you're working with the right team like us, we can help you get there faster, but the content needs to be good also. Did I explain that properly?
And one thing that I want to bring up is, if you're going out and prospecting every day and trying to get new people, think of this as just another avenue where but the people are coming to you this time instead of you having to go out to them.
Exactly.
Right? So that's important.
It's a magnetic approach. It's like you're saying, look, my stuff's so good, like you should be messaging me. But we're not saying it in that kind of like snobby way. You're essentially saying like, it's so good, like people want to come see you. Think about the big YouTubers, all their followers is because they have connected with them. They have made it real. Last night, my son was calling me a little sad because Dan TDM, if anybody knows who that is, his dog died yesterday, and he was posting about it and crying, and it was so sad. And I'm gonna share some a sad one too. There was a really famous YouTuber who died. I think it was of cancer last year. He's like only 21, and all our kids were sad, all 4 of our kids, and then we were crying, and we watched their parents did a YouTube about him. He was this really dorky, sweet YouTuber. He had millions of followers. And it also goes to show us, I have goosebumps right now sharing this, like these aren't people that look like models or are super cool. They're just being themselves online. They're bringing value and they're connecting. And the reason these YouTubers grow this audience, the reason I like the YouTuber approach is it's a long-term approach if you want to make it there, right, Brandon? And these people love them because they've shared parts of their lives that make them real. And it's beautiful. It's also sometimes sad, but it's humanity. And if you can maintain your humanity when you're on social media and your love for others, it really does go through the screen. And video is so powerful because it shares who your essence is. Imagine if we tried to type a post about what we're talking about right here. It would be impossible.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
I feel like you wanted to say something about that. It was like the feeling of it.
I did. Well, you know what I thought when you said YouTuber, I thought of like, y'all probably all know who Mr. Beast is. He's everywhere.
Exactly. Yes. Yes.
Think about, he's been doing this for 15 years.
Yeah, I started like 14, 13,
and
I think.
Yeah. And so and while we don't have to do it for 15 years to get people in your funnel, think about this. You want to stay consistent and continually bring those videos to people.
That's right.
I'm not talking about a bunch. Seriously, we can spend $10 a week and get enough engagement to retarget the next week, and a lot of value in that.
Yep.
And just keep that in mind. We're not asking, like, you're not going to spend a bunch of money doing that, but you got to be consistent. If you cut it off and no one sees you anymore, well, we're like goldfish. They're going to forget about you.
Yep. And even like the email sequence, if you then don't have an automated email sequence to be delivering all the different things. So there are multi-parts to this, but you could start with doing videos. I mean, this is part of my approach, right? And we're going to give you guys a free gift and we're going to make you an offer. So let's make the offer so we don't run out of time. And then let's take questions. So here's what we're offering. Brandon was only working behind the scenes now. I'm like, you got to be upfront. This information is golden, Brandon. So we are offering a free biz audit and strategy call with us. And that's really going to be the offer. Because the truth is, any kind of package we'd offer you is going to be custom. We have stuff we could do a starter package at $1,000 and on up to, my $20,000 packages. And we also have group coaching too. But here's what I'm going to give you as a free gift. The method, which I'm about to show you the videos, is my free 30-day calendar. I teach you my 7-figure club approach to the 3-10-10-3 marketing, which then when you bring us in, or even if you want to try out some posts and some ads on your own, it will make them go so much better. Because Brandon was a huge, he didn't know me before he came in as ads. He's like, will you tell them you've never even seen those kind of video view price points? Isn't that right? What you told me?
Yeah, because I think when I work with an agency or with individuals, they didn't understand what you understand about the value of it, about value videos. Now I was still getting really good results.
Yeah.
Because I use my same.
Awesome. Yeah.
So there's different facets to this, right? And so you want to make sure that you're giving good content, right? And good value. And then, I'm going to go in and do my strategy and it's going to work just that much better.
100%. So it's multifaceted. And so what we're going to offer is the free gift. And the free gift is my 30-day content marketing calendar. On the thank you page, you can get the $47 upgrade. It's super cheap, super affordable for any of you just starting out. We want to help you. But the truth is this, just like me, just like you, if you're truly wanting to scale to 6-7 figures, which is our 7-figure club brand, you're going to have to invest. And so just like he mentioned, Pepsi and Coca-Cola and McDonald's and Macy's, they're all spending multi-millions, hundreds of millions to billions on marketing every year. Think about the Avenger movies when they launched. They are everywhere. I was in Paris this summer and there's movie stuff for that in Paris, right? It's a global, huge campaign. So maybe we can't compete with that as solopreneurs or small business owners, but you can still get results for your goals. And then you can spend this much money, get to the next level, spend this much money, get to the next level. So we want to help you. So the other free gift we're giving you is, if you're watching this today, is we're going to give you a free biz audit. Brandon and I are going to have a call with you. We're going to go over your goals. We're going to send you a short form quiz. We'll send you either a video or get on a live call and we'll break it down and we'll let you know some options. And if you want to move forward, we can do that. We will personally interview you because we do work with our clients one-to-one and we want to make sure you're going to do what it takes. And because there's several things you have to set up just to get meta connected correctly. Isn't that right, Brandon? That was a job even for me, even having it.
Yeah, for sure. No, you do have to make sure that you have all your ducks in a row before you start running ads. Right?
Yeah, because don't do them. Just for any of you, if all these things aren't really in a row, I don't recommend you run ads at all. I recommend you get started on the organic approach. So we're going to take questions. And while you're thinking of a question, or let us know in the comments if you want to come on camera with us, we'd love to have you on. I'm going to share my screen and kind of break down because we didn't talk that much about the content. So let's talk about the content of your videos. The best thing to me, I'll explain it, and Brady, you could talk about it too, are my 3-10-10 method, right? This is the free gift I'm giving all of you. So put in the comments free gift if you want the free gift, and put in the comments free call if you want to talk to us. So it's either free gift, free call. Let us know. So over here is this was one of the number one. So this essentially is saying it's a real video. And I want to talk about this. People do these fancy things, you can add your captions on TikTok or Instagram for free, do it yourself. You want real backgrounds. You could be moving, you could be sitting in place. One of the other really good videos was this one. get extreme about protecting your vibe online. So essentially, it's not even talking about doing your marketing or anything. It's essentially saying you need to protect your boundaries. So if somebody's hateful online, how do you do that? And I did write a long post about it, but really the video is the thing that got the views. And then I'll say one other thing. And then if you want to chip in here, I'm trying to find one of the other ones that was quite popular. This one actually did really well, which I had no makeup on that day. Essentially what I was saying was, look, I'm a web design whistleblower. These whole ads you're seeing where people design a thing in minutes or 1 hour is baloney. It really is a lie. Don't believe them. Web design, copywriting, funnels takes time. It takes energy. It takes intention. So don't feel bad if you're trying to figure it out and you think you're missing something. So essentially what I'm doing is I'm sharing real tips, real strategies. And what are your thoughts on that, Brandon? Kind of like the content for these things.
I think it's important to kind of, when you're bringing them through a funnel, you're bringing them through a story, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
if through a story, you want to hit multiple touch points there as far as, like, for instance, what you just talked about with like web design, right? The next thing might be like, how's your funnel?
Yep.
Thing, 3 tips on how to convert it better.
Yep.
And then just kind of move them down the line. And they're more likely to stay at that point if they're seeing value every step of the way, right? And it's
Yeah, and
something.
it has to be according to your niche. So the thing with your story, I want to piggyback on that real quick, is like, this is not the call for random video, friends. So what we're not saying is like, oh, just be motivational, just share quotes. This is not about fluff stuff. You do need to, number one, know what you're selling. So we know that we're selling a done for you program with building your funnels and doing your ads, which is super high ticket, 5 figures. But we also have, a $2,000, $3,000 course, and we have a monthly membership, 300. But all of them are about funnels, monetizing online, and there's multiple pieces. So we know every video needs to touch on either mindset, marketing, monetization, so that the people who are watching it would be interested in our paid offers.
Yep, that's exactly right.
Boom. I'm so glad we work so well together, Brandon. Can we all hear it for Brandon? Does everybody just love his vibe? Isn't he just like so helpful, so knowledgeable, so humble? Like, I'm so grateful to have you on the team, Brandon, and what you've been able to do for my ads, for our team. It's just very exciting what we're going to get to help people do.
Oh, I'm excited.
Right? Okay, so we're going to go, friends. Here's what you can do. Put free gift in the comments if you want me or a team member. We're going to send you that free gift, just totally free. It's going to teach you my method of videos of doing that. That's just a totally free gift on the thank you page. If you do want to upgrade to the 47, or you'll get it in your emails. I actually think I took off the upgrade. And then the second thing is, if you either already have stuff in place and you want to talk to us about ad strategy, or even if you're just starting out and you want to integrate it on a smaller level while we get your funnels together, we have those kinds of custom packages. So put free call in the comments, or message us now if you're interested in that free call and audit with Brandon and I. So yay. Thank you, Brandon, for sharing all that. I need to get my keyboard out here that has like the round of applause, like the thing. So we'll see you guys soon. We're going to take this down off the live. If you want the replay, it's going to be in our Facebook group, Solopreneurs, 7-Figure Society. And we'll see you soon. Thank you, Brandon.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.